Hey guys, welcome to Nancy's office slash spare room. Basically, what that means is that when I'm up until 4 or 5 in the morning writing, I have a place to sleep. And I don't disturb my whole family. I wanted to take a minute and say thank you to everybody for your continued support, all my readers, all my friends, even, of all these crazy projects and crazy ideas I have going on in my 40s of what I'm going to do or can do, continue to do. I get to continue doing the things I'm doing because people read and people interact, and I recognize that. And I really do try at least every few months to say thank you. I think that that's important. I appreciate the interaction. I love hearing from readers. I really do. And I'm sorry if it's taking me a little longer to get back to some people. Since I launched the new website, the Bumbling Bard website, I've had a lot more email and a lot more private Facebook messages to address because people found out that I'm JA Armstrong, and so there's been a lot of questions and a lot of questions about everything. So but I enjoy that actually a lot. It just takes me a little longer. A couple of the big questions that have come up since I put out the new website, and since a lot of other authors have been posting, have been, will I be at the Golden Crown Literary Society convention in July, and will I be at the Cape again, because I've gone the last 2 years to Women's Week in Provincetown. And the answer is I will not be at either. In the main reason I will not be at either is I will be in California very close to or at the same time that those things are going on. As far as GCLS, I had plans already in advance. I'll be in California for probably most of the month of July this year. And so it's just too much for me to fly back and forth on a lot of levels. And I have a meeting the week after Women's Week, which coincides with the Left Coast Lesbian Conference in Palm Springs this year, and the meeting is in Los Angeles. So I'm going to be at the Left Coast Lesbian Conference in Palm Springs. But I encourage you guys to go ahead and attend whichever one you can. There's always interesting authors there that you've read, and there's always authors there that maybe you haven't read, and you might find intriguing. I've never gone to GCLS. It's a little more condensed than Women's Week, which happens over a longer period of time. But there's a lot of great people. I've met many of the authors in lesbian fiction now in the last couple of years, and they're all very nice and approachable. And it's a good thing. If you like to read lesbian fiction, you should go to one of the conferences. They all offer something unique, and you'll find what your fit is. This weekend, I will be in the hot seat, I guess, so to speak, the author spotlight in a Facebook group called Lesbian Books, Writers, and Readers, if you belong. There's over 5,000 people in it, which is kind of crazy. My friend Charlotte started it a while back, and Melissa Grace, who's also an author, will be moderating. And I think the first session is Saturday at 2 p.m. So if you're in that group and you have questions, or you just want to listen to some crazy dialogue, probably, I would love to talk to you in there. For those of you that aren't, or that aren't into being into Facebook groups, but have expressed an interest in open discussion or what have you, and I've talked about putting together some kind of Skype chat. I'm actually going to be talking to one of my friends about that I trust a great deal next week, and we'll look to see if we can make something like that happen at the end of February or the beginning of March. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a couple different sessions, because we'll have to limit the amount of people and the amount of time. And I have to have a strong moderator. So that's kind of where that is, but I am working on it. And as far as what's coming, that's the other question. The next thing coming is actually Handle with Care, which is the third episode, so to speak, of the special delivery series with Brooke and Tess. I'm a little behind. I just got back from a trip to California and Austin, Texas, and so that put me a little behind. And I actually am really in the heart, which I didn't expect, but It's how it happens sometimes when you're writing, of writing the collaborative, which is the backstory of Alex and Cassidy. It's the story of their parents. And so that started ringing in my brain, and I've been writing quite a bit on that. So I had thought I would have Handle with Care out this weekend, but I think it will be early next week. But I'll let you know. And as far as the collaborative, I don't have a date. It'll be spring at least, if not early summer, because there's a lot that has to go into it. So it'll be Handle with Care, and then Candace and Jameson will be back in Renovations. And then as far as JA Armstrong, the new series, which was by reader request, which features Candace's daughter Michelle, will be the third. That's called Lesson Plans. And then I will probably be looking at a novel release, and then we'll go back and it will be Brooke and Tess again. Those of you who have asked about Addie and Emma and Off Screen, is that the last episode? It probably not forever, but for a little while. I have a lot of projects going on. And some of them are not book related. Some of them are film related. So I really need to be realistic about what I can do, and writing 4 series in rotation, plus writing novels, plus working on the other projects, just too much. So they're going to be on a hiatus for a little bit, and then they'll pop back into rotation, playing with the idea of actually writing what has been happening on screen and calling it on screen, and having it be the story of Genevieve and Jack, who are the characters. Is the character that Emma plays, Genevieve, in the 1950s. So, but that's something I've thought about for months, and that's down the line as well. So that's kind of what I have going on. So keep your questions coming. Give me a little time to answer them. And if you're in that group, I would love to hear from you. If you're going to be at LCLC in October, I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're interested in the Skype chats, just pay attention to the JA Armstrong and Alex and Cassidy pages, and I'll get some information up there in a few weeks about those. All right? Thank you so much, everybody, for everything. I really do appreciate it. The other question was, can I still buy signed copies? You can, on the bumblingbard.com, you can buy pretty much everything. You can buy ebooks, you can buy signed copies of any of the books, you can buy whatever. If you live overseas and you want a signed copy, honestly, the cheapest way for you to do it is to shoot me an inbox and tell me that you have a copy and you would like it signed, and I'll send you a book sticker. It's just very expensive for international shipping. And rather than paying double, you can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble for, what you should pay in Europe, and then I can send you a book sticker. This is really the best way to do it. So for you, for me, I'm just going to charge you the shipping, and it gets kind of crazy. So I hope that answers everybody's questions. Thank you again for everything. I really, really, really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to some of you this weekend. Peace.